Hi, I'm Jill from ingvid.com, and today we're going to look at the verb to do, looking at do, does and did, and the way it's used, not always in a positive sentence or statement, but the way it often needs to be included in a negative statement, and also how it has to be used in a question. Okay, so I've just got an example here to show you what I mean. Okay, so just a simple sentence, you walk. Okay, you walk. So we've got the pronoun, you, the person, P for pronoun, P for person, okay? And the verb, to walk. You walk, okay? But what happens, now this is in the present tense, and what happens is in some tenses you have to use do, but in other tenses you don't need it. So we're going to see the different types of sentence with different tenses to show when to use it and when not to use it, and also how to use it, okay? So, you walk, simple present tense. If you turn that into the negative, it's you do not walk, or you don't walk. You can't just say you not walk. You have to use you do not walk. And so because do is also a verb, the way it's used here is to sort of help the meaning, and that means it's called an auxiliary verb, okay? So I'll just put AUX, auxiliary verb, and then not is the negative. Okay, so you do not walk or you don't walk. In speech, when we're speaking, we say you don't. Maybe if you're writing a formal essay for an exam, it's best not to use contractions, abbreviations like don't. It's better to use do not. Okay, so you do not walk. That's the negative. Okay, and then again, if we turn it into a question and you're asking the person, it's do, again, do you walk? So you walk, do you walk? Okay, so do is the auxiliary, you is the person, the pronoun, and walk is the verb. Okay, so you walk, you don't walk, do you walk? Okay, so there in the simple present tense, for the negative and for the question, you need to use do as an extra and as an auxiliary verb. Okay. Right, so now I've got some little exercises to give you a chance to see if you can do them yourself before I say what they should be, okay? So we've got this one here. I swim every day. Very healthy. I don't actually, but some people do. Swimming in a swimming pool. I swim every day. Okay, so if you were going to turn that into the negative, I just said it probably without realizing. I hope you've forgotten what I said now when I gave you the negative. I'm not going to do that every time. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, so I swim every day. What would be the negative? Just have a think before I tell you. what it should be. I, then we have to use do not, don't, I don't. And then it's the same. We've got walk there and walk there. So it's just, I don't swim every day. Okay, so you just have to put don't in there. I don't swim every day. Okay. And then again, for the question version of it, I swim every day. And then somebody asks, or I ask, I don't know why I would ask that question. I should know the answer, but what should it be? Do I swim every day? So swim every day. Walk, swim every day. Do I swim every day? Okay, so it's always do at the beginning of the question, and then you just use the same words. Okay, so let's try the next one. I hope by now that you understand what I'm explaining about the verb to do. You understand. Okay. Now, what if it's still negative? I'm not going to say it this time. I'll leave it for you to think. How would you say the negative of this? You understand. Okay, so it's you, like this one here. Don't. Sorry about my writing. You don't, and then understand again. Okay, you understand, you don't understand. Right? And then the question version, I've already started it with do. So if I'm asking you, yes or no, do you understand? Okay, so do you understand? And the question mark, of course, at the end. Always remember the question mark. Right, okay, so I hope that's clear so far. Now, let's try this one. This is still present tense, simple present tense. Okay. He smokes cigarettes, very bad habit. He smokes cigarettes. Now, and then he gives up smoking. He quits smoking. He stops. Very sensible. So, it's now the negative situation. No more cigarettes. So now something funny happens here. Because we're talking about he, we have to change the verb. If it was, for example, I smoke, you smoke, we don't have the S on the end. But because we've got he smokes, this is where we put the S on the end of the verb. He, she, it smokes. So that affects what happens here. Okay. And instead of don't, we have to use doesn't or does not. Okay, so it's either does not, D-O-E-S, not, or D-O-E-S-N apostrophe T. He does not, he doesn't. And then something else happens. Because we've got an S now in does, we've got an S here, we no longer need the S there. So we say he doesn't smoke cigarettes. Okay? He doesn't smoke cigarettes because we've already used the S in the does part of the sentence. That's a bit confusing, but the more you practice it, the more it will get easier. Okay? And similarly with the question then, see if you can think what the question wording would be, starting with does, with the S, does he smoke, without the S, does he smoke cigarettes? Okay, right. Let's practice that again with this one, because this sentence is she. He, she, and it, they're all the third person singular, and that's where this S happens with the verb. So, she speaks French. So, how would you put the negative? See if you can work that out by comparing it with the he above. She does not or doesn't speak French. She doesn't speak, without an S, French. So let's have a look at what happens with the question then, and it's going to be very similar to what happened with the previous line. So we've had she speaks French, she doesn't speak French, and now does. Do you want to complete it before I say? Does she speak, without the S, French? Does she speak French? Question mark. Don't forget the question mark. Okay. Right. And one final example of where the do word is needed. So we have now the girl went shopping. So went, that's a clue that we're in the past tense now. So we've changed tenses. We've gone from the present to the past. The girl, yesterday, the girl went shopping. Okay? So what happens next? With the negative, we still need to use the do verb, but it's now going to be in the past tense. So the girl, what do you think it might be? What's the past tense of do? Okay, I'm going to write it. The girl did not, or didn't. Okay, the girl didn't. And then because we've got the past tense of do, didn't, we have to change this to go shopping. The girl didn't go shopping, right? Go. So go comes from the to go, the verb to go. So you have to go back to the base verb, the main verb from the infinitive, to go. So the girl didn't go shopping. Okay, so that's another complication. Sorry about that, but I don't make the rules. Okay, let's try it with a question. Did, so can you think, did, it's going to be the girl, so did the girl, what do you think it would be? Did the girl went shopping? Probably not. No, because we've got did already is the past tense of do, did. So it's did the girl go shopping? Go shopping. Just like here. The girl didn't go shopping. Did the girl go shopping? Okay, so that's a few of the tenses where you have to use do or did. But I've put a little line here to show that these three examples are different. In these tenses, we don't have to use do, because this one, for example, is the present continuous. I am swimming. So to do the negative of that, all you have to do is say, I am swimming. I am not swimming. Just the negative word not. I am not swimming. Okay? And for the question at the end, you start with am and you just reverse the words. You go, am I swimming? Question mark. Am I swimming? Okay, nice and simple. So we don't need do with the present continuous, right? Similarly, the girl was going shopping. We're in the past continuous tense now. That's present continuous. This is past continuous. The girl was going shopping. What do you think the negative might be? The girl was not going shopping. The girl was not. So all you're doing is putting not in for the negative. Not. The girl was not going shopping. And then for the question, we just change the word order. Was the girl going shopping? Was the girl going shopping? No need to add any do or does or did. And then finally, we have cleaned the kitchen. Aren't we good? Oh, cleaning the kitchen. Don't you love it? Okay, we have cleaned the kitchen. But unfortunately, there's a negative to that. We have cleaned the kitchen. Sadly, we have not cleaned the kitchen, and it's disgusting. Oh, horrible. Okay, we have not cleaned the kitchen. And the question, just change the word order. Have we cleaned the kitchen? Question mark. Okay, so there we are, some examples of do where it's needed and examples of places where it's not needed because of the different tenses. And then we're just going to go on and look at another couple of uses of the verb to do. Okay, so let's have a look at two other uses of the verb to do, right? First of all, this, I put x2, but it means twice. Twice means two times. Two times, times two, in the same sentence. So the verb to do can appear twice in the same sentence. Okay? Here it is. Did you do that? So did, past tense of to do. Did you do that? Maybe, I don't know, a little boy has been playing around and broken something, and his mother comes and says, did you do that? Did you break that? So the do refers to some action like break. So the mother could say, did you break that? But you can just use the verb to do, meaning to do some action. So did, past tense, did you do that? Did you break that? Or you could say, did you drink that? Did you eat that? But you can just say, did you do that? Okay, so that's where do can appear twice. And once as the auxiliary verb and once as the main verb, the action of the sentence. Okay. And you can turn it, oh, well, that's already a question. There's another question. What did you do? Okay, so we've got did and do again. What did you do? If somebody comes with their arm bandaged, what did you do? Meaning, what's happened? How did that happen to your arm? What did you do? And they say, somebody knocked me over and I fell on my arm and it broke. The bone is broken. So you didn't do it, somebody else did. But people still say, what did you do to cause that? So what did you do? Past tense, auxiliary, and main verb, to do. Okay. And then this is rather a fun use, a nice use of the verb to do for emphasis. If you want to put more stress on something, emphasis, or stress, and you also stress it with your voice as well. If you say, I do like your hair, you can say, I like your hair. Oh, I like your hair. But if you say, I do like your hair, isn't it lovely? And so the do, you say do, your voice goes up and down, do, I do like your hair, and hair goes up and down as well. So that just emphasizes the fact that you really, really, really do like the person's hair, okay? It can be used for a less happy reason as well, of course. Oh, she does look tired. Okay, so we go from do to does, remember, because this is the third person singular. This is first person singular. I do, she does. She does look tired. Oh, she can't have slept last night. She does look tired. She's been working so hard. She does look tired. You can say she looks tired, and of course that puts an S on. She looks tired. But when you're using does, the S is there, so you don't need it again here. So she looks tired. Oh, she looks tired today. But, she does look tired today. Oh, it just gives more emphasis. Okay, she does look tired. And then say you've been on holiday, a nice positive example again. You had a really nice time. So you could say we enjoyed our holiday. Oh, yes, we enjoyed our holiday. But, we did enjoy our holiday. That's the emphasis, okay? And you notice again, if you say we enjoyed our holiday, it's ED. We enjoyed our holiday without the did. But if you say we did enjoy our holiday, because the past tense is in did, so you don't need to put it again here. We did enjoy our holiday. Okay. Right, well, I hope all of that is helpful. And if you go to the website, ingvid.com, you will find a quiz on this subject. So please go and try it and see how many marks you can get. And on YouTube, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be great. Thank you. And hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye.